going into Jesus' tomb. Where is he? He's gone. Oh my gosh. He must be alive. So, I ask him now, was Jesus physically raised from the dead? Yes or no? Through this question, we will be going through our expert analysis of Dr. Kimball and Max Morrison. See you soon. Oh, hi there, I didn't see you. I'm Dr. Kimball. Jackson's asked me to speak to you about if Jesus was physically raised from the dead or not. Well, in my opinion, yes. The resurrection is a key event of Christianity. If Jesus didn't rise from the dead, then Christianity wouldn't exist as a religion. Jesus did rise from the dead. It proves his claims to being a God, and we can know for sure that there is a life after death. And we can be confident that God has visited this planet and proven his love for us, and that Jesus Christ is the way, the truth, and the life. And he's the bridge between us and our Creator. The three main reasons why Jesus was physically raised from the dead, which is also known as Easter Sunday. Firstly, the disciples were almost immediately transformed from men who were hopeless and fearful after the crucifixion to men who were confident and bold witnesses of the resurrection. The explanation of this was that they had seen the risen Christ and had been authorized to be his witnesses, the Bible says. Secondly, Paul claimed that not only he had seen the risen Christ, but more than 500 had also seen him around. He says, then he appeared, more than 500 brothers at one time, most of whom are still alive, though some have fallen asleep. What makes this so relevant is that this was written to the Greeks who were skeptical of such claims, when many of the witnesses were still alive. Now lastly, Jesus himself testified to his coming resurrection from the dead. Jesus spoke openly about what would happen to him during the crucifixion and the resurrection from the dead. He said, the Son of Man must suffer many things and be rejected by the elders and the chief priests and the scribes and be killed, and after 3 days rise again. And this is what he did. Those who consider the resurrection of Christ unbelievable and probably say that Jesus was mistaken, or that the early church put these statements forward into his mouth to teach the falsehood of themselves and to conceive others. So, there you go. Now I hand you over to Max Morrison, who has... So I've got Max Morrison here to speak to us today as a non-Christian and give us his thoughts on the resurrection of Jesus Christ.
So, I believe that one of the main reasons that Jesus was not physically raised from the dead is because the Bible cannot be considered a reliable source. In today's society, many people follow and live their lives obeying the Bible and living it by its rules. However, some people believe that the stories of the Bible, such as the resurrection of Christ, are made up. There are people who believe that the Bible is fake because of lack of evidence and information about who wrote it. Also, because it could have been translated multiple times, which may have altered some of the stories and changed what happened. The second point is that miracles don't occur. In today's world, we never hear of miracles being as big as one that was told of Jesus Christ. Some people may argue that he is Jesus Christ and he may have the ability to raise from the dead. However, in the many hundreds of years that humans have been around, there have only been minor miracles performed, pulled off, only by chance. Some people argue that because no one other than Jesus Christ has ever performed a miracle, that it makes it harder to believe that this has happened in the first place. And my last point is that the science doesn't make sense. When you look at the science of the Bible, oftentimes you'll find that it doesn't make sense, or that there are a lot of unanswered questions. For someone to be in a cave for 3 days with no food or water, and after just being killed on a cross, it doesn't make sense why or how they could have survived or died, and then came alive again. Oftentimes there are stories of people that are pronounced dead and then come back to life after people perform medical procedures on them. However, they are only dead for a very short period of time, which makes it incredibly hard to understand how Jesus may have survived. These, I believe, are the three main reasons that Jesus was not physically raised from the dead. Thank you.
So there we go, Max Morrison's verdict on the resurrection of Jesus. So, I hope you made your final decision, and it's a good one, by weighing up the evidence. Good luck. Now it is up to you to decide, yes or no.
I'm living in that 21st century, doing something.